Yeah, just quickly, imagine this is a magnet. It's a battery, but for argument's sake, imagine this is a magnet. On a magnet of this sort of type, you'd have north on one side and south on the other. Okay, so if the Earth is flat, for example, for argument's sake, that would mean one pole would be on the top level and the other pole would be on the bottom level. But that's not what we got. In reality, we've got a spherical like Earth, meaning we can have north and south pole at opposite ends, one being at the top and one being at the bottom, and that would make a lot of sense. Now with the flat Earth model, with a flat battery type magnetic structure, it's impossible to have north and south on the same side as a magnet, for example. Okay, that's just for argument's sake. That's just magnetics. It's basic physics and magnetics. It's not very hard to imagine at all. So this flat Earth nonsense, it really does need to stop. It's bullshit from the beginning. It's bullshit now. It's going to be bullshit in another 1,000 years. When I believe people will still be going on about it then, because people are retards. You're always going to find that one retard that manages to fool another 10 retards into believing bullshit, and then them 10 retards are going to spread their bullshit to another 10 retards, and you see how you get 1,000 people believing nonsense. So use the analogy of a simple magnet or a simple battery, and remember that the pole, of a magnet, I know it's a battery, but there are magnets like this, where you get the whole magnetic side as north and one as the south. So you've got to remember basic stuff. You've got to remember this small, basic. It's common sense, really. You get a bar magnet, you've got north and south on a bar magnet. Okay, you got a button magnet, it's the same for that. You can't have the same surface here with both, north and south on the same side. It doesn't work. There's people out there that say they're like magnets out there with one pole. That's just bollocks. If you cut a magnet in half, it will automatically have a north and a south on both of them, and that's just how it is. And it's the same as the Earth. It's the same with all planets. All planets rely on magnetics. Okay, that's how we got our O3, which, it actually causes the Borealis effect. Okay, it's to do with O3, and it's to do with magnetism. It's to do with energy. It is quite basic. It is not hard at all. This is why we explain this stuff to kids, because they can get it. They're 5, 10 years old, they can get it. You just show them a magnet. Show them one side is the north and one side is the pole. Same with electricity, you get negative and positive. Okay, it's not hard at all. This is why we can explain this to 5-year-olds and 10-year-olds. That is probably why we explain it. Pretty much one of the first things we do explain, because it's easy. If it was hard, we wouldn't bother. We'd wait till they were in school, like higher education, college, university, then we'd have to explain it to them. But it's not hard. That's why we can explain it to literally primary school kids can get this stuff. So that is the whole concept of literally magnetics and how it relates to the Earth. And it's proof positive that Earth is not flat. Okay? If anything, it's proof that it's spherical-like, because that's how you get the North and the South Pole to begin with. And I know we've got more than 2 poles. Okay, I'm aware of that. So that's sort of irrelevant. What I'm getting at is you don't have a flat Earth with a north and a south on the same side. Okay, if we were really on a flat Earth, one side would be north and the opposite side underneath would be the south. That is how it would be on a flat Earth. That is magnetism. So anyone that wants to comment on that, knowing full well this is a battery, but I'm using it as an example because there are magnets that are like that. I have got a couple, but they're so small it's pointless. They're like quarter the size of this, and a little bit thinner, and it's just pointless. So I used a battery instead. But you get the idea, you get the concept. You can understand now that it's magnetics, and that's how magnetics work. But yeah, feel free to thumb down because you're a hater, or because you're thick, or because you're indoctrinated into this flat earth bullshit for the last year. Feel free, go ahead. I don't give a shit about ratings or thumb up, thumbs down. I'm just here for the truth and just explaining the basics of magnetism to you. Yep, I know there's more than two poles, but that is irrelevant. We've got two main poles, south and north. And feel free to squabble in the arguments and argue in the comments as well, because I find it interesting when people, if someone genuinely has something to say and back it up with facts, I am all ears and I will sit and listen to it in all seriousness. But I'm telling you, that's just how it is. The earth is not flat.